Hey guys, and welcome back. Yes, you read the headlines. Trump had a ex-black girlfriend in the 90s. Her name was Kara Young, and they dated for 2 years. And this was before he married Melania. Um, she says that, she never hid her race from him and that she's just appalled uh, of how he's acting and people calling him racist. Excuse me. She said that she spoke about her race with him during that time when she spoke about being the product of a black and white parents. Her mother is black and her father is white. Trump likened her to Derek Jeter. Uh, he said, "Oh, or you're like Derek Jeter." And she said, "Yes, exactly." And that was it. She said that she never heard Trump speak despairingly against any race of people. And she said that she defended Trump but didn't include his fondness of black celebrity as a reason for him having an open mind when it comes to racial issues. Um, Kara said she noticed that it is easier for a person to be with his or her own kind, but that Trump found it interesting to meet and hang out with people like Russell Simmons and P. Diddy Combs. Young said it wasn't in her realm of experience to find Trump racist, although he put people in stereotypes. Um, it sounds like she's contradicting herself because a person that puts people in stereotypes, that's normally they're racist. But she said that she never, never, never. And she admitted that she was horrified by Trump's comment in the wake of the Virginia tragedy, wherein, the president seemed to equate white nationalists with those protesting their actions. Um, you know, I don't know. I don't. I still have I understand that he dated her and knew she was black and he hung out with Simmons and Combs, but that still doesn't say that he is not racist. Um, the Economist pictured Trump with a white bullhorn that looked like a KKK hood. The below cover of the New Yorker shows President Trump blowing a white sail with eye holes that also look like a KKK hood. Reports about Donald Trump's father, Fred Trump, being arrested in the wake of a 1927 KKK riot are also making the rounds. Um, I it's like and one thing that Miss Young said that he didn't have a lot of African Americans in his immediate circle. And which, she said that Trump was surprised that a lot of black people came to the US Open to see Venus and Serena Williams play tennis. Kara wouldn't give her exact age, but revealed that she is about 20 years younger than the 71-year-old Trump and dated him in 1997. And she said that, when they went to the Open, she was he was like shocked to see black people interested in tennis, you know. Um, I think before we would say uh, Donald Trump is a racist, we need to look at his background. Okay. Now, put aside that for 2 years he dated a biracial woman, which in the eyes of everyone, I mean, if you look black, you're black. They don't say biracial. For example, let's look at our President Barack Obama. You know, they didn't see him as biracial. They saw him as black. So I see her as black. So put aside that the president dated a black model, in the 90s. Let's see what else Trump has done. Uh hmm. Let's see. Um let's see. Back in the day, um I remember it was they had a five black and Latino teens um who they were holding and said that they raped someone in Central Park. And when that came about, Donald Trump said that they should get the death penalty. Even before their trial and before any evidence, he was saying they should get the death penalty. And after they had the trial, they found out that these teens were wrongly convicted of rape. Also, back in the day, he had to settle a discrimination suit where the Justice Department charged the family business with housing discrimination and falsely accusing the nation's first black president of being born in Kenya. Beyond dating a black woman, he made outsized efforts to hang out publicly with African American celebrities. Boxing promoter Don King, celebrities as big as Muhammad Ali, James Brown, and Michael Jackson. But the few blacks that he has in his inner circle, when asked the question if he is a racist, they emphatically say no. Most privately describe him as a 71-year-old man with fixed views and a cloistered history, raised in a heavily white enclave in Queens, who came of age and built a tower in Manhattan sky when New York City was rolling with racial strife. um Also, when he in his campaign, he put an African American woman, spokeswoman, what was her name? Katrina Pearson. That's it. And oh, she was standing up for Trump, saying just because, and I quote, just because you're a nationalist and you're white doesn't make you a white nationalist. Putting Americans first makes you a nationalist. And in this case, I am a nationalist. I think we should take care of our families and our children first. Quote unquote. So what was she saying? I don't know. And I don't think she did either. But and also we look at Ben Carson. Another black American in his circle who is the only person of color in his cabinet. He's the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Uh, when the news asked Uncle Ben, that's what I call him, when they asked Ben Carson Trump's statement on the violence in Charlottesville, he said that they were little squabbles, quote, they were little squabbles that were being blown out of proportion. And he also said, we have got to begin to think more logically and stop trying to stir up controversy and start concentrating on the issues that really threatens us and threaten our children. Hmm. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, Trump has a handful of uh close friends, and none of them are Black Americans. Now, he may uh be with Black entertainers, but of course that doesn't say he's not racist. I mean, oh, and he has one other coon. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, Black person in his inner circle. And I guess you all know Omarosa, which she says, quote, he is not a racist. Um, Lynn Payton, who heads the Department of Housing and Urban Development, New York and New Jersey office, and is Black, she said Mr. Trump had a diverse set of people around him that included some close African American associates like Mr. Carson and Omarosa, a White House aide. The president doesn't see color the way the average person does. He assesses people based on their successes and their failures. Miss Pearson said she was proof that Mr. Trump was not a racist because as soon as he decided to run for president, he hired her as national spokeswoman for his campaign, encouraged her to speak on multiple TV networks. A racist does not pick a single Black mother to represent his entire freaking presidential campaign, Miss Pearson said. A racist would not endorse Jesse Jackson's presidential campaign in the 80s twice. A racist would also not spend his time and his resources to bring African Americans into Wall Street. So, being said, the question still remains, do you think Donald Trump is a racist? Well, my opinion, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So you know that I'm dying to hear what you guys think. And the question remains, do you think Donald Trump is, quote, a racist, unquote? Well, let me hear, and please click that comment button and leave your comments. Click that subscribe button and share. And as always, when parting, be blessed and bye bye.